Good morning. It's Joshua coming to you from Port Quickening here in the lower mainland of Vancouver. It's the 18th of March 2009, and this morning I'd like to start a new series of vids in the Remnant Rising series from 550 to 560, but it will actually be an ongoing I want to kind of change the vids around a little bit and not use numbers, more or less just use a series, and the numbers will be in the series, and this might get a little more exposure. But anyway, this morning while in meditation, I spent in the last little while, God has been waking me up early in the morning and just having to spend some time with Him, right? And if we don't spend time with the Lord in the morning, we're not going anywhere. And there's more to life than going to church. And because if you're relying on just church alone to feed you and get you prepared for the times that we're coming in, you're not going to be ready. So this is more or less what the Lord has put in my spirit, is to show you what you can do yourself as far as to get ready for what's coming. And yesterday I had a email concerning reply back from an email that I sent out concerning the coming forth of the sons of God, the teaching concerning the where Jesus is about to appear in a people before He comes back in the Perusia, that there be an epiphany of His coming, and that God will bring forth His sons. And I had a reply back from a ministry saying, well, this teaching is not so. And it kind of stirred me up in a way, looking back at the Lord bring me through David Terrell's ministry. This has been the heart of His ministry in preparing a people to come forth in this hour. And you may not be aware, well, I'm sure that you're aware of the New World Order rising up in that. And they're clamping down. It's evident with all these legislations. They're trying to make it illegal for you to grow your own food in your backyard. And America is coming to the point where it's slipping very quickly into an antichrist system. And the Lord did say that the spirit of antichrist would rise up in these last days, and we're seeing this, right? And if you try to fight the system in the natural, they got bigger guns. But the reason that they're clamping down, there is a reason for it, and it's not just to bring us into the camps. Is to stop the awakening, the quickening from happening. And Art Bell, before he retired, he was talking about the quickening. And this is something that I'd like to share with you. What the quickening is. And I'm not talking from a second-hand perspective. I'm talking from a first-hand perspective. That the Lord is bringing me through, that Jesus is bringing me through a time of quickening in my own spirit. And this particular time has been foreseen back when I was 40. I just turned 55 last year. And the Lord has brought forth, given prophecies, back at this time concerning the times that we're coming into. So I believe we're between 6 months to 1 year away from officially coming into the beginning of the last 7 years. And God has promised that before the man of sin comes forth, before the Antichrist comes on the scene, that He would raise up a standard of righteousness. And this goes beyond sitting in church. The church doesn't have the vision. They have a vision for going to church and worship and praising God and all that, but for the most part the church have lost their vision, and this is why they're in the predicament that they're in. And the vision that God has for his children, the vision that God has, the Father has, is that it is his intent to bring forth sons in the glory, that he's going to manifest himself, he's going to glorify himself in a people, in the same way that he manifested his love within the life of Jesus when he was here on earth. Where Jesus, he was the firstborn of many sons to come forth. And that this is the time that the Father is bringing forth a quickening within the hearts of his sons to manifest his sonship, his authority, his power within a company of sons. And Jesus will always be the head. He is the head. And as we follow him, he's going to grow us up. But this quickening is something that's real. God has been stirring my heart in the last week or two concerning this. And I've known about it for a long time. I just haven't been practicing it. But I'd like to show you as best I can, or explain the best I can, what the quickening process is. And so in this next series of vids, I'm just going to call it the Jesus Rising. That's all, Jesus Rising vids. Because Jesus is rising in the people. And this is the event, the awakening that the powers to be, that the elitists, the ones that are in control of the elitists, the fallen angels and such, they're the ones that know that this event is coming, and that they're doing everything that they can to stop these sons from coming into their epiphany. For Jesus is rising up in the people, and they know that this is a power that's going to be able to resist and to have dominion over them. And this is what I'd like to bring forth. So I'm just going to cut it off here, and then I want to go back to some of the prophecies that the Lord gave back in 1993, I believe, while in Benton, Missouri, through a sister there. Her name is Judith, and to lay a foundation so that you can get an understanding of what's happening and go from there. So we're just going to cut it off here and come back and set the precedents for these Jesus Rising. But before the Lord comes back, where every eye will see in the Parousia, he's going to appear in a people, and that's known as the Epiphany. Thank you.